Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little bit tired after recording the last video. You guys have probably already seen it. It was our big, 600 million subscribers November super Baganza video. Yeah, we just made 600 subscribers. We're pretty psyched. This is the most we've ever had. It's the most important thing that's ever happened in my entire life, ever. I know for sure it's Nova's most important thing. Ever. He's looking at me.
March, yes.
Well, until March, yes. And then don't forget, guys, drop comments just so that we know who got those QR codes. Make sure that everybody got them. One of them was kind of fast and sneaky at the end there, so I don't know if it came in focus. I hope it did. So this time I'm gonna do a pretty short video, hopefully under an hour, because I'm pretty sure the last one was an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I didn't look at the full runtime, but it was a long video, and I'm tired, and I'm wasting a bunch of time explaining to you how this is gonna be a short video. So let's just get into it. This is the what, Nova? What?
An hour of that was just beards.
An hour of that was just looking at beards.
It was worth it.
And puppies.
So, we're back to trap cards.
No, we're not. We're not making... No, get out of here. She's not in this deck. He's not in this deck. This is a time-spinning witch deck, and now I know that she's crazy in the meta. This isn't me this isn't some sort of weird flex or anything, but I haven't looked at any of the new builds for her. There was one combo that a buddy of mine, Nowhere, he's been in a couple of the past videos that we made here on uSpot. Oh, dog! Dog attack! This is Nova's dog. Yeah, so this is literally, other than that one combo from Nowhere, this is a completely unique deck build. It's actually stupidly similar to Nova's Loki deck, so it's definitely not a copy-paste Loki deck at all. At all. It definitely isn't that. So yeah, let's get into it. She's got Judgment for 2 Time Will. She's got Energize for water, and she's got 0 to produce 1 Time Will. Spend this will only to play activate abilities, to play mobilize costs, or awakening costs of chance. Play this ability only once per turn.
But Master Fija, how do we get time?
Okay, so, what do you mean? I literally just told you I get time. You produce it from her, or her stones. But the cool thing is that it specifically specifies. Redundancy is redundant. Play this ability only once per turn. It doesn't say once per your turn. So you can do it during your opponent's turns too.
Can you?
Yeah, once per every turn. Your turn and your opponent's turn. But it is important to specify the fact that even though you are paying 0, this is still an activate ability of a ruler. So if your opponent has cards that prevents you from doing activate abilities, I don't know if there's anything in rotation, but if you ran this in Wanderer, there are things like Ice Shackles or Neo Shadow Barrier. So just keep that in mind. So there are ways to kind of stop this. Then we flip a dip. On her flip side, flip a dub. She is an 8/12 barrier flying witch. She's got built-in barrier and flying, which means you can't kill her. You just can't.
Unless you make her 100/100.
No, because she's got barrier. You can't target her. And there's nothing that does 1200 damage, I don't think, to the field right now.
There is.
To the field?
There are combinations, but not to J Resonators. That's the only issue.
Okay, so she's stupidly hard to kill. Really, your best way to keep her from getting to the side is to destroy stones and keep all the things from producing Time Will. So, I don't know, she's just really dumb to deal with when she flips over. And she's got a 3rd side, but I never get to her 3rd side because you need 10 stones on the field to Judgment again, which is stupid high, and most people don't.
How does a 3rd side work? As another card?
Yeah, it flips open. This is a bent card. It has a 3rd side. It flips open.
What?
Yeah, you've never seen that?
No, I've never seen that. Okay, why don't you show us some of the
I've actually never opened this, so I'm not going to.
Okay, alright.
But take my word for it. It's actually pretty cool. It's like a baseball card. Okay, so she's got the same ability, but on this side, she's got 0, produce 2 Time Will. Spend this will only to play activate abilities, mobilize, and awakening costs of chance. That kind of sucks because I forgot that it's only awakening of chance. So you can't use this for things like that weird beast snake dude in Nova's deck build. The J-Dragon, yeah. And then she's also got God's Art, Time Reverberation for 0. Until the end of game, you may play all other God's Art abilities you played this game an additional time. This doesn't affect God's Art abilities that are played after the effect of the first time. So essentially what this means is that you got to make sure you play all of your God's Arts before you flip her, or before you activate her God's Art, and then you can do it a second time. So Ski, this is how this deck works. Check this out. Can you say it with me, free will? Okay, let's try it.
Will.
Good job, Nova. That was only mildly terrifyingly scary. Okay, we'll get to that in a sec, but let's go through cards Juan by Juan. And actually this is Nova's free will. Free will. It's like free real estate, but better. Okay, so the first card in here is an addition, actually. It's a 1 colorless drop, Idol of Magic edition. Now, it's got the ability, 1 colorless, banish this card, produce 1 light, fire, water, wind, or darkness. So this helps us with our mana fixing because all of our stones tap for blue, but we're technically running 3 different colors, which is kind of stupid in the current meta, but I'll show you guys how it works. When this card is put into a graveyard from the field, draw a card. So it's self-replacing, it's an addition, so we play it from the field, and on her ruler side, we produce once per turn, so during your turn and your opponent's turn, 1 time will, which we can do because 1 time will would count as colorless. So once this hits the field, we pay 0 to put 1 into this, sack it, we produce 1 of any color, play whatever we want, this hits the grave, we draw a card.
Does a time will actually does?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yep, because colorless means any kind of will. So we're getting, say it with me, Nova, free will.
Will free.
Free, oh my god. Okay, so I run 1 of the Idol of Magic.
Free will. That just reminded me of Free Willy. I don't know why. We just get Free Willy all the time.
So I don't know why, but apparently there's been a bunch of people in the Facebook FoWCo community that are keep saying they want to get this card banned. Straight up.
What? Which card?
Time, or Distortion of Time.
Oh, okay. Go on.
I think this is the one they were saying they want to remove. Anyways, I've got 2 glorious full arts. Just glorious. Look at that catch the light. And 2 not so glorious. So I run 4 of the Destruction of Time.
I'm just gonna steal one, just so you can see it.
This might not be the one. I think I was thinking of like time dilation, time inversion. I can't remember. Anyway, so I run 4 of the Distortion of Time. It is a chant for 1 blue with the following ability. Look at the top card of your deck. You would put the top card on the bottom of your deck, draw a card. So essentially, talking in magic terms, it's scry and then draw.
Okay.
So this actually helps us because we run 4 of these, and as you'll see later, I run 4 spinning Aquasols, which lets us essentially just siphon through most of our deck.
Oh, I love this card already.
Right? The gods are... Shut up, Master Fiji, get to the good parts. That's what people pay you the big bucks for. So, the God's Art ability. God's Art Chrono Break, which by itself is a stupidly cool sounding thing. I want to get Chrono Break tattooed on my chest. Nova is looking at me very judgingly, as if he's never gone...
I'm not. Okay.
Yeah, he
so,
is.
For those of you that may not know, there was a few videos before they got deleted. I'm a huge car guy. And needless to say, long story short, Porsche has a chrono package. And when Master Feeder is talking, all I hear is chrono package. Ooh, a Porsche.
Chrono Break.
Ooh, a
okay,
Porsche.
We're not getting into gearhead stuff. We're not gearheads here at uSpotGaming, other than Nova.
And
okay, so it's got God's Art. Shut up.
And is it not Teacher? Or who's the other guy?
Oh, Teacher. Oh yeah, Teacher is a gearhead too. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. We're trying to make this a short video. We're only on the second card in the deck, man. Okay, the card has Chrono Break, God's Art for 1 blue, or 1 water, 1 time, and 1 colorless. Remove this card from your graveyard from the game. Your opponent skips their next recovery phase. Play this ability only during your turn. What essentially this does is your opponent doesn't get to untap their stones, and any resonators that they tapped for abilities or attacked or blocked with do not untap. Phenomenal. And if you play a bunch of these, or if you play the God's Art of this before you flip her and you activate her God's Art, you can play multiple instances of this, which is just awesome. Just slowing down your opponent and making sure that they cannot have nice things. The next card that I run in the deck is 4 of the Dragon Lord's Breath, which actually has the amazing Resonator Ragnarok on it. And one of them is in glorious full art. The Dragon Lord's Breath is a 1 blue or 1 water chant with quick cast with the following abilities. Return target Resonator with total cost 3 or less, so it's kind of a dinkier version of Shaela's Foresight, or of Shaela's Return. Or less to its owner's hand. And it's got 2 different awakenings, which we can do very easily with the free time wheel that we're producing from both sides of our time spinning witch. It's got awakening for 2 time will, put target Resonator on the bottom of its owner's deck instead of back to their hand, or awakening for 1, draw a card. 4 of these, this card is phenomenal. Then I run, oh, shucks, I feel like I just mentioned this card. I run 3 of Shaela's Return for those bigger than 3 cost Resonators. So it's a quick cast 1 water chant with return target Resonator with total cost 4 or less to owner's hand. Now, since I already run 4 of the Dragon Lord's Breath, I feel like running 4 of Shaela's Return would be a bit of an overkill, so I only run 3. But do I really only run 3, or do I technically run more than 3? I felt like I was about to say something witty, but I didn't. I run 4 Spinning Aquasols, the 1 water cast, quick cast chant. Put target chant from your graveyard to your hand. That's easy. I've got 4 of these, which means that I've got technically, potentially 4 more instances of that, 4 more instances of that, 4 more instances of that. It's just Qualityville. I run 4 Spinning Aquasol. Now, the reason why Spinning Aquasol is at 4, other than just getting awesome instances of stuff, is because I'm going to jump ahead here in the cost a little bit, of the awesome card, Winds of Guidance. I run 3 of these, and as you can see, it is the first non-blue card that I'm showing you guys. It is a 2-drop Aura Chant. For 1 wind and 1 colorless, it's got the ability to search your deck for 3 chants, put them into your grave, then shuffle your deck. If I've got Spinning Aquasol already in hand, essentially what this is a free tutor. This helps me tutor stuff from my deck into my grave, and then I can use Spinning Aquasol to play it from grave. So it helps me mill down my deck a little bit so I can get the cards I need drawn more quickly, or specifically get stuff into the grave. I can play with Spinning Aquasol and get crazy amounts of utility out of that card. So I run 3 of Winds of Guidance. Then I run back to the 1-drops. I run 2 of the Dinasaaur Surfacing. It is a 1-drop, just regular chant, no quick cast for 1 blue. Search your deck for a Dinasaaur Resonator, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Or Awakening, which we can pay into with her get free time will. For 1 blue and 3 colorless, put it into the field instead. So really like turn 3, turn 4, depending on what combos I've got available, especially if I used Winds of Guidance to put this into my grave and then I use Spinning Aquasol to put it back to hand and then cast it, I can grab the crazy big water dinosaur that you've already seen in Nova's amazing Loki trap deck. If you've been wondering why it's been mostly me talking, it's because Nova mysteriously disappeared for the last few minutes.
It will be a surprise after the end of the video. I can't even talk anymore.
I don't know why. I don't know why he can't talk, but...
We'll say Movember.
Sure. It's the power of Movember. The beard is taking over.
Frankly, it is.
No, frankly, it is. Okay, Master Fija, it's a condition. Don't belittle me just because you have a mustache. I run what Nova has already called the J-Dragon, or Jormungandr. Jubei, the Little Eater of Worlds.
In all seriousness, if you know how to pronounce these, I know it might be hard, but...
Okay, how about this?
Please.
If you guys know how to pronounce it, please pronounce it in the comments below. Thank you very much.
Or make a video of your own showing us how to actually pronounce it.
It is a 1 water, 4/4 Beast Resonator with a stupid amount of abilities, but what it whittles down to is that it's got gluttony counters and
Growth counters.
growth counters. Growth counters make it +5/+5. Gluttony counters make it whenever it attacks, you can remove one from it, and it removes target resonator from the game. And the cool thing is that I can banish a water magic stone, put a growth counter or a gluttony counter onto this card, play this ability only during your turn and only once per turn. And awakening for 2 to get a growth counter, and an awakening for 1 blue to get a gluttony counter. So we can use her and then in mixture with other will, unless she's on her flip side where she produces 2 time will to pay for the growth counter, right? 2 of any will. And then we can use either our chaos stones, or we can use what I'll show you guys later, which is rapid growth, to pay for the gluttony counters. So this card is phenomenal. I actually think this is the best 1-drop that they released in the new set, and I think anybody who runs blue should definitely play at least a few of these guys. So I run 3.
Fantastic card.
All right, run 4. Damn it.
Okay, it's a great card and it's underutilized because it can grow potentially big.
Yeah, and I mean,
It can grow stupidly big.
if I was running light in this deck as well and had ways of keeping it alive,
Yeah.
like giving it Eternal or giving it target J/resonator can't be destroyed this turn, stuff like that,
Yep.
it'd be awesome. I feel like the second it hits the field, it's a huge target. People see it as like, this needs to die now.
Yep.
Like right now. Okay, like I said, I run 3 of the Massive Growth, one of them in absolute gorgeous full art. Massive Growth is Divinity 3, but this is a non-Divinity deck, and we're not using it as a rune, so it doesn't matter. For 1 blue and 1 colorless, it's got Quick Cast, and I don't care about that first part. It's got the ability produce 3 water will, spend this will only to pay awakening costs.
Fantastic.
So I run 3 of the Massive Growth. Oh, is that okay? Do you think this is meant to be J Dragon?
Yes.
Like this is him little, and this is him becoming like. Bleh.
That's what my interpretation of it is.
That's cool. I didn't even think about that. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
No, go ahead. Oh,
That's my interpretation.
okay,
That's
cool.
it. That's it.
Cool. Thanks for the crazy amounts of insight.
I know, right?
Thank you. Those super useful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're like an old married couple. Don't worry about it. We actually love each other. Okay. Don't make this weird, Nova. Don't make this weird. Now, here is the, say it with me, Nova, free will combination.
Free willy time.
So I don't remember if I actually made a video about this with our other FoW YouTuber Nowhere, but in case I didn't, here's the combo. I run 4 of the Angel Statue of the Tower. It is a 2 colorless drop addition. When this card enters the field, draw a card, which is phenomenal because we want to be drawing a lot in this deck. And it's got the ability tap and pay 1 of any will, so 1 colorless. Produce 1 of any color. The cool thing is that because we can also produce that time will during my opponent's turn, if I just put this onto the field, I mean, it technically has Summoning Sickness, right? So I can't tap at the turn it comes in. But if I've got like a 1-drop quick cast something in my hand, when it turns to my opponent's turn, I can pay the 0 on the ruler side, produce 1 time will, put it into this, tap it and produce the will, and then play whatever I want from hand. So with these on the field...
Wait, are you allowed to tap on your opponent's turn?
Of course. The second you pass your turn, stuff loses Summoning Sickness. The second it passes to your opponent's turn.
Yeah, but are you allowed to tap?
Of course. Why not? It's an activate ability.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go, bud.
Okay.
There you go. You see, it's a learning process. Everybody's learning together. So that's my free will combo right there. I run 4 of the Angel Statue of the Tower, and I run the 1 magic Idol of Magic thingy.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Okay. You guys are probably going to start getting stupidly sick of this card because we're about to get into everything now. The heroic epic from the Thousandth, or for the Thousandth Night. 1 fire, 1 darkness, 1 light, chant, no quick cast. You may put a resonator from your hand into the field. At the next end of turn, return that card to its owner's hand. Because I've got ways of essentially fixing my mana, even though all the stones in my deck are for blue, but this can produce both darkness, or actually any color really. If I have 2 of these on the field, or 1 of these and 1 of these, I can produce the will that I want. I play this card, and then what I'm going to be dropping with it is actually not the Mossasaurus. What I'm going to be dropping with it is another card, and you guys are going to love it. I run 3 of Jubei, the One-Eyed Swordsman. Okay? So it's a Cat Bushido Resonator, 12/10 for 5, 2 wind, 3 colorless. It enters a field, choose one. Destroy target special magic stone, or this card deals 1200 damage to target Resonator, or destroy target addition. So, this is pretty much a more watered down version of the card that I showed you guys in my Gil Alhamat's Mustache Tribal deck, which is World Flame Summoning. I said that the card game is going to be a little bit slower without it, but I guess they kind of made a compromise and made it into a Resonator and made it lose a couple of abilities. But this dude's awesome, and even if he does flicker back to hand at the end of turn because of the epic for the Thousandth Night, that's alright because him entering makes my opponent sacrifice a special magic stone. So, I run 3 of Jubei, the One-Eyed Swordsmaster.
Okay, the one thing I gotta say is we gotta do Loki versus Distortion. One video. It would be pretty damn cool to see.
Yeah,
Loki
we're gonna start doing versus videos pretty soon, but right now we're just focusing on deck builds. And then another one of my 5 drops is a card that I only run 1 of, which is the card Lethargy. Lethargy is a 5-drop, 2 water, 3 colorless, quick cast chant. Rest all resonators your opponents control. They do not recover during their controller's next recovery phase, which means that I tap all my opponent's resonators. I'm probably going to be swinging with some pretty gross resonators, and they've got nothing to block with. And they don't untap during my opponent's next turn.
Okay, what's the actual cost of that? Is it 5?
Yep.
So you have to play it for 5?
Yes.
Can he cheat it in?
No, it's a chant.
Okay, never mind then.
Don't worry about it.
I had a good idea with that card. But
the cool thing is that if I use the Winds of Guidance and I choose out this card, this chant from my deck, and I put it into the grave, since I only run 1 of them, I'm essentially cheating it into the grave and then using Spinning Aquasol to get it to the field whenever I need to play it, or get it to my hand and then cast it.
Only to your hand.
Yeah, well, it's a chant, so you know what I mean, Nova. You know what I mean. And then obviously, since I had Dino Surfacing, I run 2 of the Mossasaurus. Pretty typical, 15/10, 5-drop, 2 water, 3 colorless. And even if I don't get to play it, which is very unlikely, but even if I don't get to play it with Dino Surfacing, I'll eventually get it to hand, and then later game I can just play it to the field. And then using it in combination with Lethargy, when this card enters the field, choose 1, destroy target rested resonator. Or, the better of the 2 abilities, 3 target magic stones don't recover during their controller's next recovery phase. 2 of those bad boys. And then, to round off our amazing adventure into the time-spinning witch deck that I made, I'm gonna do the stones. And I don't know where all of my stones are.
Oh.
Where did my... Oh, okay, no, they're right here. It's okay, guys. I'm just crazy.
Cray-cray.
I'm just cray-cray. I run 4 of the Magic Stone of Time, 2 of them in absolutely gorgeous full art.
I love those.
These stones look amazing, and then the like attention to detail on them are awesome. So Magic Stone of Time, it is just a special Magic Stone. Tap, produce water, or tap, produce Time Will, which is like these are the only things that produce Time Will that can actually make our Time Spinning Witch deactivate. So we need to see 2 of these bad boys to get her to her second side, where everything just becomes janky. I also run 4 of the new special Magic Stone, which is Magic Stone of Chaos. I actually didn't pull a single one. I think that this card is what I like to call a stupidly short print or stupidly rare card, because Nova bought 4 boxes and got 5 of them. I bought 2 boxes and I didn't pull any. I didn't pull any. So
right.
I didn't pull any. So right now I've got 3 on lend and then 1 that he let me use for this deck. So most of the time I'll just be using 1 and then proxying. But just for the sake of this video, I've got 4 of them. It's got tap, produce water, or tap, banish this card, produce 2, spend this will only to pay awakening costs. So we're probably going to be using this as you have your J Dragons hit the field and you get them super stupid swole. So I run 4 of those. And then finally, to round off my 10 stone deck, I run 2 water magic stones. And actually, you might notice that this beautiful stone right here, just a basic water magic stone, is from Gil Alhamat's technically Vingolf 4, what would be Vingolf 4 special historical deck. So that's just gorgeous.
Is that still in rotation, or are you just running it?
Well, it's a special magic stone, or it's a basic magic stone, so it doesn't matter. Okay, guys. Cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this time spinning witch deck. Like, subscribe,
But wait, there's more.
Oh god, there's more.
There's more.
Oh, no.
And Master Feature gave me a great idea with his.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. No. I'll have I'll have a special marker to do it. That's not gonna work with a gel pen, you child. God, a gel pen.
All right, there'll be. But wait, there's more in the next episode.
Just to remind you guys, once we hit 700 subscribers, we got a couple of awesome deck boxes we want to give away, and of course the promos that came with this new set, which was the Piper.
Pull it out so they can see it.
The Hylam,
You'll get a playset of the
Hamelin,
Piper.
the Sound of Temptation. So you get a playset of those promos, and of course this awesome Feats Thing box.
Okay, in order to be eligible, before I forget,
you gotta send us at least 6 of the 7 Dragon Balls, a written piece of paper that says we own your soul, and at least 5 pictures of Nova.
yes.
It doesn't matter where they come from, you just gotta send us 5 different pictures of Nova.
No, but in all seriousness, comment below, share the video, and have some sort of proof that you're sharing it. And just like and subscribe, and that's pretty much it. Just give us a big old thumbs up.
And join our cult.